Hey guys, good evening. So I just finished from the salon, went to make my hair. I know this front look, unkempt. That's because I told them not to braid my hairline. I am tired of losing hairline. Now laying it down is gonna be another chore because the hair is there kind of long, but yeah, my hair looks cute by the way. So anyways, back to what I wanted to say. I am juicing. Okay, I remember unboxing a juicer that I got some time ago on this channel. I remember I unboxed the video, and I was so skeptical about sharing the brand I got the juicer from, even though it's like a popular brand on IG somehow. I was skeptical about it because of their customer service. At the end of the day, I was like, no problem. I mean, if they acted that way to me, that doesn't mean that's the way. Let me turn this down. Better. So I was like, even though they acted that way to me, it doesn't mean that that's the same treatment other customers will get. So I just ignored, and I think I shared the name. So basically, the JUICER SPOILT. Yeah, you heard me right. I don't carry water for mouth. The JUICER SPOILT. First, it was this. This is, I don't know what this is called, but yeah, this was the first thing that got spoiled. It got broken underneath. There's some place that got broken there. So like, okay, maybe I can manage it. Let me get another thing. So basically, I was like, let me try if I can manage it, if I can cope with it. And I kept on using it like that. I use it, not kept on, because I didn't even use it much. That's why I used it the second time. And that was when I realized, if I should continue managing this thing, a day will come, like it will pack up on the next use. Not even a day, it will pack up on the next use. And I decided to go ahead and order another one, which is what I'm currently using for juicing right now. I ordered another one from AliExpress. I didn't even know that I could get this in Nigeria, that I could buy it in Nigeria. I went to order another one, which cost me $39. That is actually a lot of money. Okay, converting that money to Naira now, plus I was cheated a lot. But yeah, that's a story for another day. So I bought it for $39 from AliExpress, plus shipping and everything. Shipping cost about $9. So I was making out these expenses, not knowing that another thing, that's not the end of the expenses. Okay, another thing now got spoiled. This one, yeah, this is right here. It got like here. I was juicing carrot on that day, carrot and pineapple on that day, and this place, there's this spinning thing that was supposed to be here, where it's the thing that makes it to turn, to spin, to juice. It just got broken. I was so angry that day. Like, I just got this. That was like the second time I was juicing with it. How come? And I reached out to them. I was not even planning on accusing any blame. Oh, you guys sold nonsense to me. What you sold is bad. This is it. I had no intention of that. I just told them, okay, look at what, sent them a video of what happened. Look at what happened, which I will attach the video. This thing got broken, and they were like, oh, the carrot, you cut it chunky, it's not small enough. I was like, fine, no problem. Then, do you sell it? They said yes, they sell it. And I said, I was happy. I mean, I don't have to wait an extra month to order from AliExpress, because the one at that time said, the one I ordered, this part that I ordered from AliExpress haven't arrived. It was like 3 weeks at that time. So I was like, oh my God, thank God. At least I don't have to order from AliExpress, and that will take another extra 1 month. And I was like, okay, fine. How much is it? That was the end. These people stopped replying me. I kept on making, checking up on them the next day. And I was completely ignored. I don't know why. These people will read my message and they will ignore me. These people will read my message and they will ignore me. Like, this thing kept on going on and going on. I was like, you know what, fuck it. I just left them. And I started looking for any store at all that sells juicer, to know if I could get a spare parts, these spare parts that got broken. And after a couple of searches, I was able to stumble across a page that says blender, and I just said, let me ask. And they said they have. I was super excited. Guess how much? I think 15,000 naira. 15,000 naira. And I just had to ask them how much this was sold, and I was sold 20,000 naira. Meanwhile, I bought AliExpress $39, and $39 is not 39,000 naira. It is more. It's probably 50,000 naira, or even more than 50,000 naira. Yeah, so I was, oh my God, this is so cheap. Assuming I knew, I should have just looked for this thing. But yeah, I bought it. I went ahead and I bought from that vendor this one. So meaning these two parts, for my new juicer that I got, these two parts got spots. I started buying. So now it's complete. This is what it looks like. I bought this, that which is what I'm currently using now, and I also bought this, which is what I'm using now, and I'm juicing. As you guys can see, so far everything has been going very smoothly. I'm juicing carrot because I love carrots. My kids love carrot juice, carrots with pineapple juice. It just makes so much sense. So that's what I'm currently juicing, and I thought to update you guys in case you were planning on buying juicer. Shine your eye way, know the vendor you're buying from, because all these people, first of all, they were rude to me. Okay, before, like, after immediately I made payment, these people started being rude. Before payment, so they were not rude. They were replying me quick, fast. After payment, they started being rude. But I just ignore. Only for them to come, because I made a vlog I posted on Instagram, and someone in my comments asked me where I got the juicer from, and I tagged them. I just, you know, replied the person, tagging the brand underneath. This is where I bought it. And then they came to my DM. I was like, oh, thank you, we saw the tag, the person reached out to us, thank you for tagging us, can we share your video on our page? And I told them, no, hell no, hell no. You people have a very trashy customer service, so please don't share my video on your page. I guess that was why they ignored me after I told them what happened to the juicer. They ignored me. No problem. Me, one day when I'm ready, I'll still make a video on Instagram and share my experience with their juicer. So I'm definitely gonna call them out by the time I'm ready. For now, I have a bunch of things in my hand. Yeah. Let me show you guys what I'm juicing so far. This is how the juice has been going. Look at this witch thing in here. This is a mixture of apple, carrot, pineapple, what else, even a little bit of tangerine. That is what's it called again? That is what I've been doing so far. So let me just pour this into a jar. Guys, here are my juice. I was only able to make these 2 jars, even though I wanted to make more, but I'm tired. But these are more than enough for now. I'm gonna put them in the fridge. Hi guys, how you all? Good afternoon. Can you see me? I'm not even seeing myself, so I have to go. Let me turn this camera. So I feel like it's better now. Hey guys, good afternoon. So apparently I'm cooking. I've already started. Before you call to me, why not bring you guys along? I mean, it's been quite a couple of days since the last time I picked up my camera to vlog. I've been under the weather, not under the weather like sick, but under the weather in the sense that I have been kind of unproductive. Not like I want to be, or not like I am tired to be productive, but just that I have been unmotivated, I have been discouraged. The ginger just disappeared, and that made me unproductive, okay, to the point that I am no longer feeling vlogging, especially vlogging. But somehow I was able to motivate myself, to talk myself into bringing you guys along, even though that I have already started the process. I don't know what I'm to show you guys, but let's see. Anyways, I'm making afang soup, which is something I barely make, which is why I am quite more motivated than I have been in the last couple of days, because I mean, why not bring you guys along? I'm making afang soup. I've done a bunch of things. I've started boiling the meat, but I haven't really gone far, so I can bring you guys along at this point.
Got it, drive on it. Did I ever ask you to take me to go shopping and bury a gold? Sailing overseas and just drape me in Gucci, no. All I ever asked was you to pick up the phone when you alone. All I ever asked was you to show me some love, kisses and hugs. No, I never had an issue, go to the club with your boys, baby. I never wanted you to stay too long, just wanted you to show me up.
So let me check my meat, the stuff again. The water is still a bit much, but I think I can cope with this. And I think the fishes must be well cooked now. So let me go in with the next thing. I'm starting off with this one. There is still more, but let me start off with this one. I'm still washing the remaining water leaf. By the way, these are water leaf. Okay, this is water leaf. Let me just stir it in. I'm bringing in more, but let me just stir this one in. So by the time I bring in the okay. Okay, this is the last one. So I'll just add a little bit more crayfish. And this crayfish, I'm not really understanding the quantity I'm adding because I'm pouring in from this. Assuming I'm using something else like to pour it out before pouring in, I could have been able to know the exact measurement I'm using to know when it's enough, but I'm not.
You do know what I keep in my pocket.
What is that?
I just...
So I'm going to cover this up for about, let's say 3 minutes or thereabouts. Allow it to cook. So I am back. Now it's time to add my afang. Okay, I know I didn't show you guys the processes I used to get this. All I did was blend this, some pound it with mortar, or rather, let's say the best way to get this is by pounding. Well, I mean, I don't have that strength, okay? So I chose the easy way. It was looking like it's small, now it's looking like it's too much. Eh? Why now? I'll add more oil. I'll stir that in. The amount of oil this thing requires plus the cooking duration of the vegetables is just it's not healthy for me, okay? That's why I don't cook it often. I cook it just once in a long while because so I'm gonna add this because I added only like 2 that is like this before, so I'm gonna add this more. This is my afang soup. This is my afang soup. It looks so delicious. I love it. Let me just cover it to simmer for a bit. And voila, we are done. I know it's kind of looking like there's too much water in the soup. I understand, I get it. That's because of the water leaf. Like, I did not allow it to drip out water completely. I was even adding it directly, you know, after washing from even the water I was using to wash. Like, I was adding directly. I didn't allow the water to drip off. So that's why it resulted to this. And it's okay, it's cool. I mean, got that. You are ready. It's ready. Let me make pando. Guys, it's time to make pando. My water is already boiling. So, I think I'll have to drop my phone because I need to be stirring as I pour in the pando. Finished with the pando. I just finished with it. My kitchen is a mess. If I show you guys like how my kitchen look, you guys will be amazed. But that's by the way. I just finished with the pando. Oh my god, I'm so tired. Pando yam is one style I don't like making. I don't. You know why? Because it requires so much energy. I'd rather make pounded yam than make pando because with pounded yam I'll use my sand mixer to mix everything up. I'd rather make apple like fufu. I'd rather pound fufu in the mortar than turn pando in the pot. I don't like it. Like, that shit is so stressful, okay? It's so stressful. But lately hubby has been like he wants to be eating pando, he wants to be eating less of gari, he wants to be eating less of eba, I want to be eating more of pando. Imagine what I'll be doing every time he wants to eat pando. Like, he should better start eating pounded yam so that I can use my stand mixer to mix the pounded yam, because this shit, it took all the strength in me. I just finished taking my shower. Like, I finished taking my shower before I came back to the kitchen to make the pando so we can eat. And I'm already sweating again. I'm already sweating. Well, anyways, lights just came back, so the AC is on. So in no time, the sweat is gonna come down. And it wants to rain, by the way, and I'm loving it. Okay, I'm super excited. By the way, I know from the beginning of this vlog I had a hairstyle on that I just made, guys. I couldn't keep up. I need to sit down to talk about this because there's just so much I want to talk about.
So won't you say my name, say my name? If you claim you want me, it ain't no thing. You acting kinda shady. You ain't been.
Hi guys, good afternoon. So I remember I said that I have something that I wanted to say in the last clip. I said I have something to say, the reason why I took out my hair in less than 1 week of making it. I don't want no noise. In less than 1 week of making it, guys, I had that hair on, that braids on for 4 days. I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, I think 4 days, and I took it out. So during that time, the weather was freaking hot. It was so hot. It was unbearable for me. I tried, packing the hair up so it's not touching my body, so it's not touching my back. But whenever I do that, it's always very heavy. It appears heavy that I can't carry it. And to be honest, that hair was not like big. And it got me thinking, I have never been able to have braids on for long. Okay, I have never been someone who carry braids on, and I don't know why I felt like braids was the remedy, because I've been having difficulty wearing wigs whenever I'm going out, and I don't want to be looking basic whenever I'm going out. Even though it's school runs, I don't want to be looking basic, wear a hat or tie my head when I have numerous wigs at home, or when I could easily braid my hair. Okay, and I thought braids was gonna be the rescue for me, but who was I kidding? Only for me to make the braid, and it was even worse, because those few days that I had that braids on, those few days that I was able to carry that braid for that 4 days, I never went out with with the braid. I never. The first time I went out after making the braids, I had a hat on, like I wore a hat. That was basically how I rocked it, and I was like, what is this? Like, did I go through the hassle to make this braids, sat down for hours, only for me not to be able to wear them? That was when I was like, hell no, I'm done. I'm done. And I took it all out. And after the whole situation, that was when I realized that I basically don't like when hair touch my body. This is the same issue I have with wigs. I like buying long wigs. I like buying long wigs, 30 inches bust down, 32 inches bust down. But guess what? I barely wear them. You know why? Because somehow they always touch my back. Like, I'm always struggling. Before you know, they are all, rumbled up, because I don't like it on my back. I am trying not to allow it to touch my back, and they get rumbled up. The whole revelation started coming to me. Yeah, I have to call this revelation. Started coming to me like, why do you keep stressing yourself? This is not your thing. Having wigs on is not your thing. Having braids on is not your thing. Why then do you keep stressing yourself? I mean, if you are being honest, one of the reasons I decided to cut my hair short was because my hair has gotten long to that point where it was now touching my back. It was making me uncomfortable. Whenever I tie my hair, whenever I have braids on, I feel it on my back, I feel it on my shoulder, and I get very uncomfortable with it. That was one of the reasons I chopped off my hair. So I've decided that for now I'm gonna be rocking short wigs. Maybe when I'm going out with hobby, I can still, discomfort myself for just a few hours and wear long wigs. But majority of the days, I want to be having short wigs like this on. Okay, I got this one not quite long after I took out the braid. I got this one and another wig, and so far it has become my everyday wig. I've been rocking it every day since I got it. So good, a breath of fresh air. And now the weather is a bit calmer. The weather is no longer burning like fire furnace. It's no longer burning hot. It has started raining, so the weather is a bit calm now, and I think, so yeah, I've come to the realization that braids, long, anything, any hair, anything touching my skin, any hair, any hairstyle, any hairdo that touches my shoulder, my back, my skin, I don't like it. And this is not a new thing, but for some weird reasons, I didn't take note of this. This has always been happening. Whenever I braid my hair myself, I take it out the next day, and I always feel like, oh, because you make it yourself, that's why you always like taking it out. I always put that blame on, oh, you made it yourself. Even when I go to the salon, I try my best to have the hair at least 2 weeks, and I take it out. I always be like, I mean, I don't like it, but I had to take note this time that I actually do not like wearing hair attachment, wigs, anything touch my body. I actually don't like it at all. They inconvenience me, they make me sweat a lot. I sweat a lot. You guys have no idea. I sweat a lot. So moving forward, that doesn't mean I will no longer wear braids. Now I know hairstyles to avoid. Now I know the wigs I should invest more on, because at some point I was already concluding that, oh, I also hate wigs. I don't like wigs at all, until I got this one. I've been rocking it a lot. Okay, I've been rocking it a lot. So I guess that brings us to the end of this vlog. Thanks guys for watching. See you all in my next one.